Hey, how's it going? Pride Clash here, and I am back with another episode of TNT. And today I'm doing things a little bit differently because instead of doing things like a live commentary, I'm actually going to do things as a post commentary. So what you're seeing here is stuff that I've already recorded. This is not live. This is just me showing you guys what I did as footage for this episode. And what I'm going to do actually for today's episode, just to kind of test things out, I want to see how this goes, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take messages that I've been sent, people asking me for some advice or asking me for some inputs, and then I'm going to read them off to you guys and just give my input on it. And at the end of the episode as well, I'll also read off a complimentary message. So basically what I'm going to try and do for Friday's episodes, assuming this goes over well with you guys, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to read 3 personal messages to me that are basically asking me for advice on something or asking my opinion on something. And then I'll also read a 4th message, which is just saying, it's like going to be a message that says, thanks Clash for this and doing your videos. Or it'll just be like a thank you message for either advice I've given them or for just posting videos and doing what I do. So before I get into the messages, I did want to talk about the texture pack that I'm using in this video. And it might not even look like I'm using one. It's because I'm using Redcraft or R3D. Maybe it's R3D Craft. I'm not really sure. But just to make things easy on myself, I'm going to call it Redcraft. It's basically just a really good-looking default texture pack. It's got really good detail because it's 64 by 64, I believe. It's basically like Faithful, except I think it is even more true to default than Faithful is. But the problem with this texture pack is that it's not all the way done. I think it's like 80% done, so there are some problems with it. But it still looks pretty cool. It just makes everything just look really, I don't know, just like fine and detailed, and it doesn't look all nasty like the default texture pack does. But overall, I saw it and I liked it. Somebody suggested it to me a while back when I was asking about texture packs, and I wrote it down, but I never took a look at it until now. And as it turns out, I actually really like it. And then in this episode, I'm actually going to be working on the fort. As you can see here, I'm collecting sand because I want to get some for my castle, or the fort rather, because I'm trying to get windows and stuff in there, and there's still a lot more to do with the fort. I've worked on it a lot, but with the way my schedule is looking right now, it's just kind of hard to work on it, like every single day, especially with the server, which I'll get to in a second, because that has been taking up a whole lot of my time. So doing that, working on the fort has been the priority for TNT, but it's just been hard to work on it off camera a lot. But I have made some progress, as you can see. There will be like windows and stuff added in this episode, and towards the end, I believe, I start looking for obsidian because I want to work on the wizard tower. So I need to figure out about enchanting and stuff, because that's something that people have asked me to deal with a lot. That's something that everybody's kind of like, Clash, why don't you enchant stuff and blah blah and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and do that. Also gonna work with some redstone soon, hopefully. So I think there's redstone in this episode and whatnot, but I actually didn't mine it up because I was too busy looking for obsidian and trying to get that work. It's a lot more difficult to collect obsidian than I originally had hoped it would be, and because some parts you'll pour the water over the lava and it'll turn to obsidian, but below the obsidian is more lava. So when you mine the obsidian, it just falls into more lava, so then you're screwed. So it's going to take me a while to mine up all the obsidian for the wizard tower. I'm going to make it a very tall tower because I want it to be able to see everything. Because basically what I want to do is find a desert so I can collect as much glass as possible, because there's a lot of stuff with glass that I want to be making, and just a bunch of general builds and whatnot that'll require windows and everything, like the fort, because the fort is going to require a lot. I think I actually got most of the windows placed in this episode, but like I said, fort is still not done, and I'm working on it. Other than that, the server, everything is going according to plan. We did have to deal with some minor issues, I guess, some really minor stuff as far as just trying to get everything in order, get all the plugins taken care of, getting the website finished. So there's really been no issues, but that's why the server has taken 2 weeks to be released. I know I mentioned it almost 2 weeks ago. It will have been 2 weeks on Monday since I had announced it, but overall, everything is actually going pretty smoothly. Everything is going according to plan. Got some new builds in there since I did the preview video, which is really cool. Some of the stuff in there is really cool. I got a train station built in the Pridelands now, and I also have some pixel art there that MokeMoke80 made, or MokeMoke8080. His Minecraft username is just MokeMoke80, but his YouTube username is MokeMoke8080, so there's two 80s in there. But yeah, we're still not done. I still haven't looked at it since being in the server last, but there's a train station now. There's also a really stupidly big waterfall. There's also a fake version of me running around in the middle of that temple in the middle of nowhere, so I just thought it was funny. So I had Fatman499, the owner of the server. He's going to be the person, like if you see him, he is the owner. He's the person who is responsible for the server almost in its entirety. He's also had some help from some other really cool admins, but overall, he's been a really cool guy, and it's because of him that we were able to make this server possible, and it's because of him that we are able to, make all of this happen. If it weren't for Fatman499, I don't know what I would do. So, if you see him in there, be sure to say hi, and be sure to say thanks for making an awesome server for you guys to play on. And other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, just remember, it's going to go up at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. There will be a video announcing the whole thing. And then at 11 a.m., an hour beforehand, I will put the IP out over Twitter. And so if you follow me on Twitter, you can check that out. You'll get the IP ahead of time. And I'll be on the server for that whole hour before the video goes up, and an hour to an hour and a half after the video goes up. After that, I'm going to have to start getting ready to go to the hockey tournament that I told you guys about on Monday. So that's pretty much what that is about. I mean, still got a lot of stuff to do today, which is Friday. Still have a bunch of stuff to record for the weekend, because I'm not going to be home that much tomorrow other than to play on the server with you guys. So I'm not going to have that much time to record. So there's a lot of stuff to do today. So I'm trying to think of everything that I need to do and get it all done. So that's going to be a pain in the butt, but hopefully once this is all done and the weekend is over with, then it's going to be really fun, because I won't have to worry about the server anymore and getting stuff built in there and trying to keep up to date with all the things that are going on. But the website and the IP will be in the video that I upload tomorrow, so you guys will be able to check that out. And for everybody, because I've had a lot of people asking me, where can I donate? I want to be like the first donor, and it's really cool that you want to help keep this server running, but all in due time. All the details will be on the website, like the perks that you get for donating and everything. All of that is going to be on the website. I'm really not sure on the details. In fact, I have pretty much no idea what all the details are going to be, but on the website, there will be everything that you need to know. So if you're somebody who wants to donate and get the perks that come with donating, then you guys will be able to do that. But yeah, everything is going to be cool. And then a week from Saturday, I'm going to be introducing the new, basically, Fancraft series. Because remember, before, I had a Fancraft series where you guys could build stuff to me, or build stuff for me, and then send it to me. But now I have kind of changed the format, because we have a server to play on together. So I'm going to basically hop on there. I'll use my mob disguise. By the way, once you get on there, you'll be able to choose your clan tag. So if you're mainly a follower of me, you'll be able to choose the Narnian clan tag, and your text will light up blue. So it's kind of a cool perk that you get when you choose which of us between me, Sam, Jevin, and Ryan that you want to roll with, like who's your primary YouTuber that you follow. And if you follow everybody, or you follow like half of us, or 3 of us, or whatever, or you just want to support all of us, then I'm pretty sure you can get a golden clan tag, and it just says, I'm not sure what the tag is going to be just yet. In fact, I haven't talked to Fatman499 about that, but yeah, there's going to be something for everybody pretty much. So other than that, yeah, everything is going good. But Pridecraft, that is going to be like monumental. It's going to be an hour-long series like that I do once a week, and I'll upload it every Saturday. So it's going to be a huge series, and I can't wait to do it. And what's going to happen is when I hop on the server, I'll put on the mob disguise. And by the way, guys, when you choose the Narnian clan tag, all of you guys are going to be able to turn into wolves. It's like a perk that you get when you choose which of the clan tags that you want to have. You'll be able to be a wolf if you choose me. You'll be able to be a ocelot, or an ocelot if I want to use correct grammar. You'll be an ocelot if you choose Jevin. You'll be a slime if you choose Ryan. And I'm pretty sure that you will be a... what was it? I forget which one Sam chose. I think it was cows. I don't really remember, but... yeah, if you choose Narnian, you'll be able to become a wolf. That'll be your mob disguise. So that's probably what I'm going to do, because naturally people are just going to want to swarm and make it hard for me to actually record anything if I'm out there. I mean, I will be out there. I'm not going to be hiding the whole time while I'm on the server. And like tomorrow, I'm not going to be hiding. I'm actually going to be like out there in the open, hanging out with you guys and doing whatever, exploring the server with you, and getting our whole Narnia city, village, town, empire going. But When I'm recording, I'll put on the mob disguise. So that way it's a surprise when you guys see yourselves in a video. I think it's going to be really cool. I really can't wait for Pridecraft. And that's pretty much it. Just remember that at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will put the IP out over Twitter. And at 12 p.m., the video will go up, the grand server opening video. And it's just going to be a huge event. And while I'm talking about the server, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all of the support on this server. I mean, I wanted this thing to be huge, and you guys are making it huge by leaving all this support on all of my videos, and especially for that server preview video. You guys went all out on that, and it seems as though you guys are super pumped for that, so I hope you still are. And all I can say is thank you for the support, and I hope we keep going strong with all that. You know, the ratings, the comments, just everything in general has been pretty good. So thank you guys for that. So, on to the messages. Now, this is something, you guys have to let me know if you prefer this kind of thing. Like, I really like it because it's another way for me to interact with you guys. A lot of other YouTubers do this, where they answer, like, mail from their viewers, and they, you know, they'll respond to it, and or they'll give advice, or it'll just be random personal questions. Like, I know Gimmie does the TQF thing, where you can send him personal questions. This is more about asking me questions for advice and stuff. So it's a little bit different. The format's a little bit different, and I go a little bit more in-depth, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. So the first message is, hey Clash, so I need some advice. I'm in a huge rut with school right now. I ended up failing 4 out of 15 classes this year, which is pretty bad. I don't even know how you take 15 classes. Well, I mean, if you're counting all of the classes you took through both semesters or all 3 quarters, then that's different, but or trimesters, I guess. For me, it's quarters, even though I only have 3 a year because I don't do the summer quarter. But anyways, I won't become a junior next year, and I won't be able to take the ACT either. I've actually had a teacher ask me why I don't just quit and drop out right now. And if I were you, I would probably, like, tell this teacher on some, like, talk to the principal or something about this teacher, because that teacher needs, like, I don't know, a talking to, because that's not what teachers are supposed to be doing. Teachers are supposed to help you out, and they're supposed to give you good advice, not tell you to drop out of school. So if you tell your parents what that teacher said to you, you can probably get some kind of retribution for that. And I'm not somebody who really likes, I'm not somebody who's like that, where you get vengeance on people. It's not really vengeance, it's a little extreme, but I mean, when a teacher does that, they're literally failing at their job. They're getting paid to do their job incorrectly if they're telling you to drop out of school. That's not something that a teacher should do. But I don't know how many panic attacks I'm reading the message now. I don't know how many panic attacks I had just thinking about how my future will turn out. I basically feel like a huge failure who isn't going to graduate on time. I'm also terrified about the fact of being dropped from my band class to make up the extra credit. The only other option I have is to take online classes, but those cost $50 a class, and I just can't afford that. Only a very few teachers in my school are willing to help, but even then, I still have no idea what I should do. Could you offer any advice or just some encouragement? Thanks for reading. It means a lot. So, for me in school, I think it was probably halfway through my sophomore year of high school when I saw how bad my grades were getting, because I just stopped caring, and I just stopped wanting to have anything to do with school. I just got kind of disillusioned with everything. It was like, what's the point? I'm going to go to school for like the next 10 years because I'm going on to university and I'm going to do all this stuff. And is it really going to be worth it? And that is the attitude that I had until like I kind of saw where things could possibly be going, because I kind of had some examples set for me thanks to my older brother, and I will probably go into this in more detail in the future, but some examples were set for me. Some bad examples, so I kind of learned from other people's mistakes. So I realized if I didn't turn around things then I would be in some deep shit. And I kind of felt what this person in this message was feeling at the time. It felt as though there's no way I can make a comeback now, because my grades, they weren't terrible. I never failed any classes, but it got to the point where I was on a decline, and I thought that I might not be able to go to the university that I wanted to go to. So halfway through my sophomore year, I got that report card for that first semester, and I was like, I need to turn my shit around and stop being a clown. And I didn't mean to rhyme right there, but you get the idea. I was at an impasse where it was like, you either suck it up and try to overcome, the hole that you dug yourself, or you just give up. And I'm not really a fan of giving up. I think that's not the kind of person I am. I don't like to give up. If I go all in on something, and if I'm passionate about something enough to the point where I'm putting like everything in and I'm going all in, and I'm trying my hardest, then there's really no stopping that. Like when you put so much heart into something and you suck it up and you just move forward, then everything's going to be all right. And that's what happened for me. I ended up getting into the university that I wanted to go to. I turned my grades around and I got like almost straight A's all through junior and senior year. And now I'm, doing pretty well for myself as far as I'm concerned. So now, like, I turned everything around and I managed to prevent myself from digging a pretty deep hole. But what this person is going through right now is a little bit tougher, because when you fail all these classes and you have all these panic attacks, it's like, holy crap, how am I going to get out of this? And I mean, there's no way to write that unless you can really overcome that failure. You have to learn from it and learn that it's not going to be easy, because life isn't easy. I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's not easy to get all the things done in life that you want to get done if you want to be successful in life. So, I mean, the best I can say, the most I can say is that you really have to suck it up. You have to learn from your failure, and you have to keep on going. You can't let a failure like this get to you to the point where you're just going to say, oh, I'm done, I'm not even going to try anymore, because you will regret it for the rest of your life. All right? Do whatever you can. Talk to your principal, talk to your teachers, do everything you can, get all of the help that you can with your grades, and stay away from bad influences. If you have friends that are a bad influence on you, you can pick them apart. It's easy to see when a friend is being a bad influence on you, and I had some bad influences on me probably throughout my freshman and sophomore year. And on the other hand, I didn't have any good friends at all as well. So not only did I have bad friends, I had no good friends to keep me motivated or anything. And then throughout junior year and senior year, I hung out with the right crowd, I suppose, and I started associating myself with people that actually were good people. They had their heads on straight, and that kind of rubbed off on me. So now I'm better off for it. I'm better than I was beforehand, before all of that happened. So, failure is just a learning experience. Nobody is just the best that they can be right off the bat. I mean, some people are, but those people are different. Those people are special. They've got a charm to them, and they can't do anything wrong. But I'm definitely not one of those people, and most people aren't. If you're somebody who fails repeatedly, you just got to learn from that. You can't let it get you down. I've talked about this before. There are going to be failures that you're going to have. There are going to be times where you're like, holy crap, life is catching up to me. What do I do about this? But I mean, you either give up or you put your nose to the grindstone and keep on trucking. So that's what you got to do. And I hope I help in some way. So on to the next message. Hey, Clash. These days I've been having problems with my mom. I've been talking to her in a bad tone for no reason. I use bad words like explicit, and my mom doesn't like those words. I'm censoring this message just because there's a couple of curse words, and I don't think it's necessary for me to say these curse words in a message. So, but I can't control myself. Can you help me to chill the F out and relax? Because it is making my mom feel bad, and when I see her upset, it puts me down. So can you help me, please, Clash? By the way, thank you for advice with school. It really helped me out. Thank you. I'm not really sure why you can't control yourself. I mean, if it's to the point where you see it, like you really want to stop cursing in front of your mom, because I personally don't curse in front of my parents that much. Even though I'm at the age that I'm at, and it's just one of those things where it's like you don't feel normal, you don't feel comfortable when you're saying all of these explicit things around your parents. It's just one of those things that I think a lot of people have to deal with. I mean, some people are close enough to their parents, or they have a relationship with their parents where they curse all the time at their parents, and their parents curse back, like Sly Fox. Sly Fox's mom curses at him. Nova and his mom, they curse at each other back and forth, and you know what I'm saying. Like, some people have that relationship, but A lot of people that I know and myself, I don't have that relationship with my parents. I don't have that dynamic going on. I mean, sometimes it just depends on the situation, I guess. But if you really cannot control yourself, if you really have no impulse control over this, then it might be time to see a doctor or a psychologist or something. I mean, I'm not saying that that's the actual problem, that you have some kind of, I don't want to say psychotic issue. I don't want to say it's like a mental issue, because I don't think that's it. I think you don't have impulse control. I mean, you should probably see a doctor for that. Ask your mom if you can be taken to the doctor, because, I mean, you should be able to control yourself. I don't think it's too hard to control yourself. Like, most people have no problem avoiding saying bad words around their parents. And if it turns out it's not some kind of medical issue where you have no impulse control or something is wrong in that department, then what you got to do is just overcome that and I don't know, maybe stop cursing in general, not just around your mom, but all the time. And I don't know, because I'm not, like, I curse in my videos. I don't censor myself, because I think that at the end of the day, words like that, we turn them into something that they shouldn't be. But at the same time, I'm aware of the social cues. I'm aware of norms in society. So I'm not going to go to, like, school and drop F-bombs all the time in class or something. I'm not going to be in the middle of class and, like, shout explicit things and just make a scene. You know, that's not what you do. You know, our society has made it to the point where that's not something that's accepted, and you're going to be scrutinized upon for it. But at the end of the day, I still think that words are bad because we make them bad. You know, our society makes them bad. But at the same time, I'm aware that I'm not going to make things uncomfortable for others just because I believe that words shouldn't affect people. You know, and like stuff that would offend someone, like when a word offends somebody, I don't think words should have the ability to affect people. But that's an entire different conversation. And I think that you either see a doctor and try and figure things out that way, you try and figure out what's going on, maybe medically, or you just learn to control yourself. I mean, there's no other way around it. You have to learn how to control yourself. I mean, if you can't control yourself saying bad words around your parents, then you're going to have, there's probably other problems that you have that are much bigger than that. But anyways, hopefully you can figure that out. I mean, that's something that's kind of hard advice to give, because I don't have any experience with that. It's just something that a lot of people are able to control, and I hope that you can learn how to control it too. So on to our last message. I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to try and cover this as fast as possible. I already actually answered this message, but I'll go ahead and talk about it in this episode. And hello, class. Just saw your video. Really looking forward to your point in bullying. I got this message a while back before I had talked about bullying. Just was wondering, I'm a regular kid playing 3 sports and then also gaming. It is fun. I am not fat, not thin, not anything. And yet people found out I do YouTube gaming videos. One of my friends used to commentate, however, he quit, and then he showed a friend who showed a friend who showed a friend. It was just a downward spiral. It was so bad that at one point my girlfriend heard of it, and she told me about it, possibly one of the most awkward hours ever. I can see how that would be awkward for some people, but I don't know. I see how that would happen. I can see how that would happen. So it's like, oh, you do gaming videos on YouTube. That's kind of weird. But if she broke up with you because of that or something, and she didn't, according to this message, it was probably just like an awkward time when she found out that you do gaming videos on YouTube. But if she were to break up with you over something like that, like, oh, he's a nerd, he plays gaming videos on YouTube and blah, 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 then chances are you wouldn't want to be with her anymore anyways, but it doesn't look like that's the case, so that's irrelevant. But anyways, I don't get physically bullied, just mentally. It is rather annoying. They just mock me for what I like. I would definitely like to stay on YouTube, however. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can just keep it up. I've taken a break for about a week and possibly the entire summer. I will try my channel back up in 9th grade. At the moment, I am in 8th grade, but anyways, I don't wish to ramble on, but I would like your advice. Should I let it get to my head? I seem to have a problem of any negativity going right to my head. But I should delete my YouTube account, or should I delete my YouTube account? There are only 41 subs, however, that is just a number. I don't know. I don't want to restart, but what more of a choice do I have? Please help. Thanks. So the thing is that when I started YouTube and I told people about it, they kind of did the same thing to me. They were like, "Oh, you make gaming videos on YouTube. You post videos online. What is wrong with you?" There's nothing wrong with it, as far as I'm concerned. At least now. I mean, people were like, "Why are you wasting your time doing this?" But look at me now. You know, look at what I'm doing at this point. Look at where my channel has gotten to and what I'm doing now with my life. I think it's been pretty rewarding. So if you really love making YouTube videos, you should go ahead and stick with it anyways. Give your friends some shit. I mean, me and Ryan take the piss out of each other all the time. We don't let it get to one another. I mean, we don't let stuff like that, get on each other's nerves. But I mean, I already answered this message. Just the thing is, if you really love it and you think you can go somewhere with it, keep it up. And I'm completely gonna run out of footage here in a second. So sorry about that. But yeah, when like if people are really going to give you problems like that, then if it's to the point where it's super bad, then I don't think they're really that great of friends anyways. But don't let it get to you too much. Just develop a thick skin. Try your best to not let it get on your nerves too much because, if they're your friends, they're going to make fun of you. Friends make fun of each other. That's what friends do. And yeah, but I already answered this message in full, and I got a response back, I'm pretty sure, saying they did pretty well with the advice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Unfortunately, I don't have time to read the complimentary message because I'm just completely out of footage right now. Maybe I'll put like a screenshot there or something instead. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you want me to keep reading messages and offering my input on them. I'll probably read this message on Monday's episode or maybe next Friday's episode. I'm not sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of TNT. Remember that I love you all, and go Pride, go. See you next time. Peace.